simple catch to backward point. Going across the line. Not able to execute. He keeps doing
the right-handed Atkinson. Just couldn't quite work out a method to deal with that. Like it was going late. She's going, trying to score into that leg side. Can only manage a leading edge. Well held by the back point. Atkinson has to go now. 26.
Dot on strike due to, in fact, they crossed while the ball was in the air. These were the sort of catches that went down in the first innings, and that's the disappointment if you are the Central Hinds, because 160 on the board, they could have kept this score on. I'll move into that batsman in at number 4, and that is as easy as you like. Good safe hands. We're getting 2 runs from the over, 27 for 2.
It was a good catch from Jet Li. No hat, no sunglasses on. Big blue Wellington sky. I've seen a lot of those go down today. She's taken a good catch. Sophie Devine, her first wicket of the day, and the second for the Blaze.
कहाँ गई है ठंडा लगा था
सप्ताह में एक बार मतलब जाए 27 for 2. There was just that one big over.
एक बार गए थे
3
ना
boundaries
बंदे
came
को
from the over of Jess Kerr. So we will move to spin. Lee Kasparek, vastly experienced these days. Watched her play in the World 11 series and tri-series that the IPL tried in October. Did well too, so I guess it started to turn a little bit over in the UAE.
A bit of an interesting one playing in that competition. We had headed back over to Scotland, which is home, to be with the family. Then ended up heading over to play that T20 challenge and hadn't actually had any cricket at all. So I rocked up to India, try and put best foot forward, and did an exceptional job.
Slip in place too on the attack, the Blaze.
Oh,
this should be tight and close. Easily, is it? Oh, judging by the body language, the gloves are off and she thinks she's out.
Third umpire to direct we have a review for a run out. Start with the side on angle, please. Okay, just roll it forward. That to the air. Freeze. One more frame. Thank you. I've made my decision for the big screen. Please load out.
Amelia Kerr with the throw over top of the stumps. He's done more than enough. Van de Venter has to depart without facing a ball today. Disappointing end to her day, and the Hinds now in real trouble, 27 for 3.
in a row at number 5, and the Blaze will stay on attack, slip in place. A risky single, to say the least. Under pressure now, the Hinds.
Down, man. Yes, Renee. Right underneath.
Been a noticeable difference in the fielding between the two sides. Any time an opportunity has presented itself, the Blaze have been able to grab it with both hands. Just worked into the leg side from Dodd, trying to pinch a single. Van de Venter caught on her heels at the non-striker's end. Unfortunately, couldn't get there in time. A wicket that the Hinds did not need to lose.
The worst part about that too is that she was right-handed.
Yes, us. Good hand.
Slight misfield. Settle for just one though. So it was easy for the fieldsman just to pick it up and throw it back to the keeper. You could understand if the wicket was left-handed, but it wasn't the case.
I think as well when you've got a big total that you're having to chase, there needs to be a little bit more intent from the non-striker's end. I think you have to be looking to try and pinch ones whenever you can, try and minimise those dots. Can happen though when you just come to the crease, you knew it. Out there, caught napping a little bit, maybe not expecting one to be attempted to be taken. Especially to such a quality fielder such as Melly Kerr.
No sign at the bowling crease yet of Melly Kerr. Not a bad ploy. The leg spin of Georgia Atkinson was the pick of the bowlers for the Hinds in the first innings. Expect similar things from Kerr too. Maybe just wait till that power play is all over. Bit of protection in the field. Another outstanding over from the Blaze. It's 29 for 3.
Been a brilliant start once again with ball in hand from the Blaze. Very dominant here today. Chance up and over though from Dodd. Hasn't got the legs on it to run away. Just evades the fielder. Nice boundary off the bat, Natalie Dodd.
Well, she's had a fantastic summer, Natalie Dodd. Good position, strong depth of the crease. Goes back to it. It's probably not where you want the ball to be as a bowler. Trying to get back of her length and straight. Sophie Devine just giving her a little bit of width. Great execution in that shot.
Really shaping the ball. Miss Devine.
Yeah, the difficulty as a bowler when it is swinging is you don't know how much it's going to swing, and sometimes, like there, Devine started it wide and swung, which gives the batsman a bit of width. Then you try and come straight in, it doesn't swing. So Devine will be searching for that perfect line where she gets that little bit of shape away, just there. That's exactly where she wants to be. So as a swing bowler, you start your spell, you can provide a few opportunities, but that there beautiful shape, that gives you the opportunity for a little outside edge. In this situation, she could even have a slip in there. She gets her line and length consistent. For me, Frankie, I thought Natalie Dodd is the key to this innings for the Hinds.
Just knocked the bails off on her way through.
Nice
Just
enough.
clipped it with the bowling hand, I think, Sophie Devine, and because of that, results in a no ball and a free hit.
this was a rule change that happened a number of years ago. Stephen Finn used to keep running into the wickets, which put the batsman off. And the rule changed then to, if the bowler did disrupt the stumps in any way, that it was a no ball. So that'll prompt the free hit, which, as a batter coming in, what a fantastic opportunity to just open the shoulders, feel like you have a little bit of momentum at the start of your innings. So Hannah Rowe will get the opportunity as captain of the team, since Jess Watkin left the field with a dislocated finger. It's a heavy leg side field, so potentially expect something short.
Just baseball down the ground instead from Hannah Rowe. She'll feel much better about her innings now.
Well, she negotiated this very well. Sophie Devine goes back of her length. Hannah Rowe deep in the crease, outside off, some innovative footwork, and just flat bats it past Sophie Devine. Always creates a nice bit of momentum in your innings, Frankie. You have that free hit.
Yeah, such a nice feeling when you get one of those early in your innings. Almost as well, just the chance to swing really hard and almost swing out some of the nerves and the tension that's there as well. Even better when you ping one out of the middle and pick up a boundary. Just eases a bit of the pressure and the tension that's out there. Three out on the offside now. Goes for the bluff. Goes full and straight to finish off. 7 overs gone. The Hines 39 for 3. Already requiring 9.5 and over. Required run rate just spiralling out of control at the moment. Amelia Kirk coming into the attack with 7 overs gone. 9.5s required from here, Grant. How do you go about it? Possibly best spinner in the world coming into the attack. Just swinging from the hip stage, or is there still more time than that?
Good shot from Dodd, strong cricket shot. Yeah, Frankie, I always felt that when you looked at a total, if it got above 10s, then it wasn't quite panic stages. 11s was almost panic. But oh, that's a great shot. Amelia Kerr goes full on leg stump. Natalie Dodd, who's been in fantastic form, just puts it away between mid-wicket and mid-on. It was the timing here. It was airborne for a little while, a little bit of risk involved. But that's what they need. And you mentioned how you go about this total. You need 1 boundary, 5 singles around that boundary.
Good hand, keep up, keep up.
And generally you try and target one of the first 2 balls of the over to put the bowler under pressure. So Kerr's bowled 2 balls here, gone for 6, or 3 balls now. So she's under pressure. What's she going to do to put the pressure back on the batter? And then it's rotation of strike between you and your batting partner. That gives you 9 in the over. So I think that's a small target that you can try and simplify that target down so that the scoreboard doesn't look too daunting and create that scoreboard anxiety. You might even want to break it down further and go, where do we want to be in 5 overs time? What total would we like to have?
Go down, Timmy!
This field into the extra cover region. Surprise for all. One of the most reliable fielders in terms of Newton. Skips under the hands. It's a very useful gap to find. A little inside edge from Hannah Rowe. with that, there you go. That's the 9 runs off the over. 8 overs gone, 48 for 3.
Looked like the wrong one from Amelia Kerr almost slipped through the gate. No 45, and Haro gets 2 for that. As you said, Frankie, 9 off the over. I need 9.5s. They were trending really well at the start of the innings. Central Hinds, it almost looked like parity between them and the Blaze. Where they've lost it is the wickets. Blaze had wickets in hand. The Hinds have lost 3, as well as Jess Watkin, who has been a stand-up performer for them with the blade in the last game, getting 68 of just 48 balls. Their victory against Auckland. So that's a huge loss. This is the partnership that counts.
Down nets! There we go! Becky!
Absolutely. 2 very experienced campaigners for the Hinds and at the crease here. Natalie Dodd really needs to be there at the end for mine, needs to bat deep into the innings. Hannah Rowe's got the power to really complement her, so if she can get into her work, she can really challenge the boundaries here as well. I feel that both of these need to walk off with big scores next to their name if the Hinds are to have a chance. Goes to the sweep on this occasion. Does Hannah Rowe. Just the single. It's bunted into that leg side.
Yeah, well, Hannah Rowe hasn't had a dry summer with runs. She scored 44 against Auckland and 25 against Otago. But her strike rate's going to have to be more significant than it was in those innings. Turn around for 2? No, they won't. But I think the significance of that is that they can't go and run a ball, so that'll create opportunities for the Blaze. Like you say, Frankie, that scoreboard pressure, that run rate just creeps up. You need to keep ticking it away. And the way they need to do that is not by singles, they need a boundary, an over, to keep that pressure at bay.
Chance at the bowler's end. Natalie Dodd survives.
It's good captaincy here from Maddie Green. The Blaze have got Amelia Kerr in quite an aggressive position there. She's up tight on the single, and that was an opportunity. Another one. We've already seen one to Amelia Kerr at that mid-wicket region. She moves well. Pick up and throw. Fortunately, Kasprick couldn't collect it.
Oh, an edge there. Kasprick taking all the pace off.
Well, this was that opportunity. Yes, no. Gone by a metre, I reckon.
Goes to the sweep once again. Hannah Rowe can't quite find the timing, however. Kasprick, miserly as ever, just the 4 runs off that over. 9 overs gone, it's 52 for 3.
Yeah, and the Blaze will be happy with that. When you talk about what the Hinds need to do, what the Blaze need to do is they'll be happy with 5 and over, 6 and over. That means the run rate just keeps creeping up. Makes it almost out of reach for the Hinds batters. They have to then take the risk, which brings in opportunity to get wickets.
Lots of spin options for the Wellington Blaze as well. Goes up and over the cover field. But field well set for that once again. Captaincy and the angles have been great from the Blaze so far.
Yeah, they have. And I guess when you talk about getting this total, Frankie, is, okay, it's easy. We can say get a boundary and over, but where do you get your boundary? I like that option from Hannah Rowe. That's what both batters are trying to do, is trying to access that area over extra cover, over mid-off, Mid-off is up. That creates an opportunity for the Blaze to get a catch in that region, but also provides opportunity for the Hinds to get valuable boundary.
It's also what makes it so difficult if you're wanting to access an area like a mid-off or an extra cover. If you're not quite picking the wrong in from Meliku as well, it becomes a very, very difficult place to trust yourself to hit the ball.
Whenever I watch spin bowling in a women's game, I think the lap shot is such a valuable shot. I think you can manipulate the field in that way. What the lap shot would do is it would bring a fielder, of which there are 5 on the offside now, one of them across to the leg side, which opens up that offside.
1 GP, 1 GP.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and I think any time, especially if you're letting an off-spinner in particular bowl without that short, fine leg, that 45 position, if you're letting them get away with that, then you're not quite doing your job as a batsman. Big appeal from Meliku to finish the over off, but I think that's just spun too much. Heading down the leg side, still just the 4 runs off it at the halfway stage. The Hinds 56 for 3. Halfway stage, a lot of work for the Hinds still to do. Still 107 runs required for victory. Able to access that fine leg area. And a big chase for Caitlin King.
Well, that's the area I'm talking about, Frankie. I think if you can access that area, it's an easy 2 every time. And that forces a field change for the captain to bring someone from the offside or an area that you can then try and bunt the ball either in to create a gap for boundary or an easy 2.
Sweeps powerfully into the leg side, but picks out deep mid-wicket. It's the benefit of this Blaze side as well. Spin so vital in T20 cricket. And they've got 2 exceptional spinners in their lineup. Maddie Green handy with ball in hand with her off spinners. Zara Jetley recently took 4 for 9 on this ground as well.
Down Mills.
The ability to take pace off, especially through the middle of the innings, is such a useful thing to have.
Absolutely, and Coach Ivan Teixeira, he works really hard with these players. We've also got the coach from the opposition, Jamie Watkin. Again into Meliku at mid-wicket. Jamie, can you hear us?
Hi Grant, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you doing? Are you happy with the way things are going at the moment?
Yeah, well, we're in a little bit of a rebuilding stage after those early 3 wickets. Yeah, we just need to try and stay the course with these 2, get a bit of a partnership going and give ourselves a chance, even if it's 11s, 12s, 13s for the last 4 or 5 overs. Certainly give ourselves a chance, and that's what these 2 are doing at the moment.
I can almost sense something's brewing. Where are the boundary options for Hannah Rowe and Natalie Dodd?
Well, Natalie, a 360 player, she's very technically correct, so she hits through the offside very well. Hannah's got the ability to hit down the ground quite strongly, and also has got a good slot sweep on her to target that mid-wicket area. But certainly if they can keep going, ticking along like this.
That's the over, 61 for 3. You, Jamie?
pace now. Wellington Blaze, an opportunity to get Tamsin Newton into the attack. Heading back to Jamie Watkins. Any update on Jess and how that finger is?
The last update we had, she was waiting for an x-ray. Looks like there could be a bit of a dislocation and maybe the bone had come through as well, so not looking too promising. She might be there for a while, I think.
That's a massive loss to you, Jamie, at the top of the order. It's always tough as a team to deal with that. Do you feel that the team regrouped quite well for the batting order?
Yeah, listen, it's not ideal. Obviously, Jess is the one who gives us that real explosive start when she gets going. So, yeah, certainly not ideal. But listen, you just need to deal with it. Yeah, as I said, it's important now that our middle order can get us close and just give us a chance at the back end of the innings. But Jess is a huge loss for us just in terms of everything she brings with her leadership, bat and ball.
Exciting though to be able to give Georgia Atkinson another run at the top of the order. I thought she was brilliant with ball in hand as well today.
Oh, listen, I thought, Georgia was this is the best bowling performance I've seen from her, and in fact our whole bowling group I thought was really impressive today, the way they executed their plans and hit the line, their lines and their length, and just really disappointing with our fielding effort that we didn't back them up. That could have been a score of about 135 and it would have been a different game.
Jamie, can we expect a fielding session at the end of the day's play here?
I'm not sure about the end of the day's play, but yeah, they'll certainly be going back to their districts with a few work-ons and that. Yeah, listen, the last few games we've actually been really good in the field, you look at sort of why that happens, and I think it was just a little bit of presence and mindset. Sophie, one of the best players in the world, is in, and you need to match that with with your presence and your intent. And I think it was players sort of looking for the other one to take the catch and a little bit timid with it. Put it down to that, but yeah, certainly pretty disappointing. You usually only get sort of one chance from a player like that, and to get 4 or 5, and that's certainly pretty disappointing.
It's crunched through the leg side from Hannah Rowe. That's the power Jamie Watkins speaking of on display there.
Wow, Hannah Rowe uses her feet, tried to get it full, but Tamsin Newton dropped her length down and she just bludgeoned it past mid-on. It's a fantastic shot of aggression, shot of authority.
Jamie, thank you so much for your time. Best of luck for the remainder of the game here today.
Pleasure. Thanks, Frankie. Thanks, Grant.
Newton does well. Follows Rowe as she tries to give herself a little bit of room to access the offside. 8 runs off that over. 12 gone, it's 70 for 3. Another one of those spin options for the Blaze. Skipper Maddie Green bringing herself into the attack. Very handy off spinner.
Yeah, very handy. We saw Zara Jetley take the ball before her and get 4 for 9 just 2 games ago. Skipper deciding she'll try a hand at off spin. As you say, Frankie, so many options. Once they get past that new ball or the power play, the Blaze can just rotate their spinners. Zara Jetley as well, learning her trade and doing very well, but not necessarily getting the opportunity a lot of the time because of the spinners that they have at their disposal. Lee Kasperick and Amelia Kerr, your frontline spinners in the team, and then Maddie Green and Zara Jetley to back them up. Makes it very difficult to score. You have to be proficient with spin, the ability to use your feet, sweep, depth of the crease, all of those skills.
Yeah, you have to be so clear in your plans as well, around just how you're going to score. They've all got good control, good understanding of what ball they're trying to bowl and what field they need to reflect that as well. Tries to give herself room to go through that offside. Little inside edge saves her.
Yeah, also like what the Blaze are doing here, the captaincy of Maddie Green, they've got different fields set to the different players. Hannah Rowe mid-off goes back because of the power she has down the ground. Sweep top edge. Oh, I felt that. Not too sure who the fielder was there. Caitlin King. I felt that if she had gone for it early on, it could have actually been an opportunity.
Yeah, it just seemed to hang in the air. Made good meters early, but made the decision early to pull out as well. Very tidy over from Maddie Green. Just 6 singles off it. 13 gone at 76 for 3.
Well, there it is. The New Zealand Cricket Museum is downstairs there, and there's a book launch today. Wellington stalwarts will be there. It's a launch for women's cricket, history of women's cricket book launch. Beautiful, the museum. If you ever get the chance to walk through the newly refurbished building, it's fantastic. Got an old English county feel to it.
At some stage here, Grant, I think Central Heights need to say we need to try and win this game, or it's going to get a little too far away from us, and someone then needs to play a bit of a miracle innings. Singles are fine, but it's not going to get them close to this total.
Good, Sam. Real good in my
I think you're right, Scotty. We heard from Jamie Watkin, the coach, and he said we'd be happy to get it up to 11s or 12s, and I feel that the horse is probably bolted then. I almost feel that now's the opportunity. It's the opportunity now to try and get as many runs as possible. Natalie Dodd is the batter to do that. She's in great form. She hits this one through mid-wicket. She may get 3, she will. She'll turn around for 3. They'll need to be aggressive now to try and keep that run rate at about 9.5, which is where it was.
Well, they require almost 13 runs and over. Now that's getting to the stage where perhaps even 2 boundaries is not going to be enough unless they can turn 1s into 2s. But at least from what we've seen in this over, I think the Hinds know they need to almost play a shot of ball.
It's a scoreboard pressure. The Blaze have been happy going at 6s through this middle period. It's just creating more pressure for the Hinds. Almost a stroke like that, Scotty. Depth of the crease. It's not about hitting the gap, but it's about looking to either side of that extra cover or even point region so that you're getting 2 or 4. It's not just those big boundaries, but where can you access maximum amount of runs? Singles aren't good enough at this stage.
Doesn't get easy for them either. The bowling card shows us Casper, Amelia Kerr, Jess Kerr all have overs left. All in the Whitefern setup.
And Zara Jetley, who took 4 for 9 against Otago recently, we haven't seen her at crease yet. They've got real luxury of bowling assets in this Blaze team. Matty Green marshalling the troops really well over there. Different fields, different batters, applying that pressure. It's time to cover 82 for 3. One of the reasons we haven't seen Sarah Jetley at the crease, I think, is because Sophie Devine has decided to start the bowling loads and get them back up again. She's bowled 2 tidy overs, picked up one of the 3 wickets to 4. So something has to give. I mean, I know we've already used 7 bowlers. Is it a case then, Grant, for the Wellington players that there's too many bowling options and perhaps they could make some changes? And with those 7 bowling options, maybe you could drop one of them and add an extra bat. It's a good shot. Once again, straight to the fieldsman. Yeah, I always felt, as a captain, I just wanted 6 bowlers. And your 6th bowler was your change bowler. And you just had that blueprint. Sometimes when you have too many bowlers, can actually cloud your judgment as a captain on who to bowl when. Up to now, I think Nelly Dodd could have done more with that. As he says, Scotty, I think that's probably the real strength of this players' team as well, is they can pick and choose who they want to play depending on the conditions.